9th of the 2nd, 2025. Leaving the family this morning was hard. Esme woke at 4:40 a.m. She somehow senses when I wake. I sat and consoled her, then put her in bed with Mel. Tears running down my cheeks. I really questioned why I do what I do. To be present with the kids when I'm home, because no one else will do this. No one will travel to share the stories of these people. Because I need adventure, purpose and a mission. 10th of the 2nd, 2025. I'm on Horn Island, off the tip of mainland Australia. I think this is Carreg country. So still Aboriginal Australia, not Torres Strait Islands, but you wouldn't know it. I have no way of getting to Badu Island yet, 60 kilometres north from here.
Thank you.
I'll go for a walk and find some locals. 11th of February, 2025. These islands are mesmerising. I'm sitting on an easterly facing beach near the village on the island of Badu, drinking morning coffee near 6:30 a.m. From here I can see straight across the channel 1 kilometre to Moa. The sun's rising over Moa. There is a cloud hugging the top of Moa Peak. Local law says that this means it will rain tomorrow. It is northwest, or cookie season as locals call it, February monsoon season, so rain is to be expected. Uncle Edmund arranged a seat on a tiny airplane yesterday, maybe a 10-seater, to get me from Horn Island to Badu Island. Arriving was heartwarming. Everyone knows me and shows joy to have me back. Wassam, Edmund's son, picked me up and brought me to the village. He also gave me his bed for the night, and he slept on the couch, I think. It's a full house. Looking down at my feet on this untouched sand, surrounded by coconut palms, water lapping quietly on the sand and looking at islands, I don't feel overly excited like you might expect me to be in such a remotely exotic place. Possibly because I don't have Mel and the kids to enjoy it with. That's what brings me joy these days. I need to go deeper within and into these old stories to find more drive. I've spent the morning filming Uncle with his containers for change partners. Nothing too exciting, but it helped Uncle. I could see from being in these situations before that it would be a day of waiting around, so I took the opportunity to grab all his tools and head out to his camp to work on the shack for him. It was hot, but easy work cladding walls, and I'm sure it would be greatly appreciated. What's the point of having these skills if you don't put them to use helping people? It did make me think though. At home, I don't seem to have time to help anyone, but here I am. There seems to be no proper food in the village shop at the moment. No fruit or vegetables, so I'll be catching my food again. I watched the tide as I worked on the shack. The bay is full of water with this big moon, making all the rocky spots near impossible to get to. Just before dark, I stopped work and went to catch a fish for dinner. It was difficult, and I did see crocodiles, but managed dinner. How good is this place? Coconut trees, she oak trees, fully protected from the nor'west. Magic. I'd love to just roll the swag out up the top of the hill there and camp there for the next week, but yeah, being a sacred area, I wouldn't dare do it. Right, looks like I've got to cross this little water inlet behind me here. Now the tide is running out, so this is just going to get safer and safer. But I think I'll cross through here rather than out near that deeper looking edge. That's got to be the safest option, because this stretch here, running this way, goes to mangroves. I've walked that before on a dead low tide, and I saw a huge crocodile slide. There's mangroves and a couple of creeks along there, like barramundi looking creeks, so
Very, very crocky that way, and I don't want to get too close to that edge. It actually looks alright for a flick though, because all this water's pushing out through there, which means there'd be a lot of bait pushing out of this bay. There should be some big predators sitting out there waiting. What do we got? Trevor. Oi, oi, oi. I don't know, I think I'll let this little guy go. He's only little. I'm going to put him back. Oh, he's the same size. Stuff it. I'm going to keep this little guy. I've probably only got maybe an hour left of sunlight, if that, and I want to go up and find firewood and all that. Now I know this guy's little, but it's legal to keep a fish this size, or the trevally this size, and he's going to be this size, really sweet and delicious. So straight on the coals, a little bit of my salt, Wild Reach's salt mix, and on the way back this tide's getting low enough that we might walk through the water and see if we can find a mud crab to go with him.
Arriving back at camp, Uncle Puthu and Wassam were there to sit by the fire with me. I should have caught more fish. 12th of February 2025. I'm waking at Uncle's camp. It was an extremely hot night in my swag and thousands of mosquitoes. I'm tired. I should have brought more coffee. The bay's full of water again and it's overcast and windy. Breakfast would be difficult to catch. I'll have a cup of oats instead. There are Torres Strait pigeons flying over this morning. On the mainland of Cape York, they appear from about October to February. I wonder their movements here. I miss Mel and the kids. I have to keep busy. I'm going to work on the shack till I get too hot, then look for lunch. The end of another day in the Torres Strait, and sure enough, after seeing Moa peak under cloud yesterday, it's about to rain. There are heavy dark clouds as the sun is setting, and distant islands are starting to disappear behind rain fronts. Hopefully that will cool the night down. A barge came into the village today with some food, so after working on the shack, I treated myself to bananas and a steak on the fire for dinner. I caught up with Tipoti as well, and we've made plans to go out tomorrow on the water. I'm still lacking energy and motivation. Good night to my beautiful kids. 13th of February 2025. Best night's sleep I've had. I borrowed a mosquito net and just slept under a flat roof outside. Rain came in sideways and wet me at 2 a.m, but apart from that it was good. It rained all day today, no hunting or diving, so I worked on the shack for Uncle Puthu. I'm going to stay in the village tonight and leave early for hunting with Tipoti. 14th of February 2025. Valentine's Day away from my beautiful wife. 7:30 a.m. Tipoti and Wallace picked me up. We put the boat in and head north. I've heard so much about the mysterious island of Mobiarg, and today we'll be passing the island to Hunter Reef to the north toward Duan Island. It's raining and Tipoti knows one speed, full throttle. Within 15 minutes, we're stopping to have a quick dive in some clear water. Coincidentally, straight out the front of a crocodile breeding creek Tipoti showed me last time I was on Badu. It was crystal clear down there and Tipoti got one cray and then we continued on. Minutes later, and before we actually motored past the end of Badu, a squall came. A blanket of rain blocking our view in any direction. Tipoti slowed to 5 knots and we waited. It really got me thinking. I'm out in an old boat with 2 men I don't know overly well, with no GPS. Just their knowledge of the islands and this ocean. I can see plenty of fuel. I know Tipoti has so many years of working daily out in this ocean, and I realise I have full trust in him as he slowly picks up our speed, and then a while later the rain slows. The clouds begin to clear, and Mobiarg is looming in the distance beneath the cloud. Then it's full throttle again, and we're past Mobiarg and into the vastness beyond.
That's the seagrass. They come up at night in the shallow, right up in the shallows. They come for this grass here. And the lines on the dugong. This is a very old Mobiarg cut.
Oh, that's the way you cut it?
Yeah, that's all the cut lines. This certain cut here, its name is Kairau Dan.
That's like the lino.
Oh, my artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mainly based around what I do every day, pretty much.
So it's your story.
Yeah, it's all my story. Yeah,
You do.
vinyl, close shell, wood.
Because traditionally your culture, it's all oral, isn't it?
Yep.
Passing down knowledge.
Got a tukmol, sea snake, and some shells. This is just a seasonal one, eh? Yeah, all oral. We put it into the art book now.
So it's there forever.
Yep.
Document it.
It's a great morning of diving the reefs, shooting crayfish and fish, and filming Tipoti in his element. This man is like a fish in the water. Tipoti has been in these waters his whole life, hunting traditionally, to working professionally in the pearl shell, through to the crayfish industries. He's at home out here on the water and has the ability of making me feel at home too.
That's how you do it.
Once we have enough to share out, we head for Mobiarg. There is currently sad news. Someone has passed away on Badu Island. In this time, the hunters will go out and catch food for the family of the deceased. This can go on for a month or more. This is why Tipoti is out hunting for the day. All the fish and crayfish will be given to the family and spread out between his family. We also stopped in a Mobiarg and chatted with uncles about old days, old ways and language.
So how long would you stay here for? Like for the neeps? Yeah.
Week or two.
Yeah, okay.
$10 a night we pay.
Yeah?
Per head.
For a bunk bed, eh?
Yeah, for a bunk bed, $10. You got a self-contained kitchen.
And you just dive all day.
Yeah, so I pay like $20 a night for me and my driver.
A lot of the talk I couldn't understand, but a beautiful experience, sitting with these men on their front porch, so far from home and from my comfort zone. Maybe I'll be back. It's a quiet night in the village tonight. 15th of February 2025. I wake around 6 a.m. each day and start with coffee and bananas, then get my gear ready. One thing about doing what I do, especially here on an island, when staying with families and trying to film their daily life, is always being on and ready to go. I don't want to put anyone out or slow them down. If they're leaving early for hunting, I must be ready. 7 a.m, still pouring rain. 7:15 a.m, Tipoti and Nabs show up, out the front, ready to go. Two of the best hunters and divers on Badu Island, so I jump in the tray of the ute and head for the beach to launch. It's torrential rain, all the way to Mobiarg, then calms a bit heading past and towards Duan.
There's a couple of them. Yeah.
After a few quick dives in some shallow but murky water, we find some creeks in the back of the reefs, and it's the clearest, most beautiful waters I've ever dived.
I heard about this for the mast.
Yes. So this is sponge coral. We use this to defog our mask. So just grab it, find it on the bottom, give it a rub. Happy days.
Is this a stitch up and it's actually burn grass? It's going to burn my face.
Yep.
So that's it, and then you just wash it off.
Yeah.
How
And then
good's
you just
that?
keep it in the dinghy. You shouldn't need it again, but what?
I'm filming Nabs today, who is also like a fish in the water, and he is methodical about checking each stone for crays and trout and shooting what is worthy. He doesn't miss. I shot some great footage and I'm very excited to see how it comes out. But now, need the storyline interviews to go with it. We're back at 4 p.m. and I'm absolutely exhausted. It is these times I crave comfort of our own surroundings and family, but they are not here. I miss them dearly. "16th of February 2025.